now the people is more or less aware about the policy applied by European Union. Okay, we have a clear plan that is now focused on 2030. We create a specific commission working on that. Each one is telling his own view, but it's not easy to combine the thinking of all the people because we have to consider everything globally. We cannot say and make the mistake I believe we did with the automotive. We cannot establish that from tomorrow all the garments has to be made by a single fiber. It's impossible because behind there is a million of people working on that, but we have to go that direction. As I mentioned before, there is an excess of production right now compared with the consumption. Consumption in Europe dropped, US dropped as well, so the excess of this production has to be in some way recycled. The latest number I have in my knowledge, it's about 223, and there was only Europe an excess of import of 14.5 million of tons. Out of this, roughly 2 million has been burned out because high quality stuff they prefer to burn it out. Roughly 1 million has been recycled. All the rest spread it around, mostly in Africa, creating another kind of problem. Creating, because we cannot blind and say, oh no, we know where the garment they are going and what happened in this country. So to avoid this, we have in any case to reduce the production. But while reducing the production, if you think that the majority of this production is coming from this country like Bangladesh, Pakistan, the risk is that to create other kind of social problem. Because country, for instance, like Bangladesh is leaving 90% because of textile. Imagine that if you cut off 20, 30%, what may happen? So we have to, let's say, have a different view in order to, let's say, elevate the quality of the product and slowly, let's say, create the right culture on the way they have to produce the garment. Reduce the wastage, reduce drastically the pollution, because we cannot only apply this rule to Europe. It's no sense. Europe generates almost 7% of the global pollution. If we think that China itself is making more than 50%, so it's kind of suicide if we apply only to the European. So we have to apply to Europe, but to teach the other the way they have to approach and the way they have to produce. In this case, they also improve the skill and the quality of their lifestyle, but also contribute to achieve this common goal that is not easy to achieve. We cannot put a date, as we did mistakenly for the automotive. Let's say that is the goal, but give the reasonable time. Otherwise, it will be really a mess. It will be very complicated. But slowly, what I think is a culture. And culture is made by education. We have to educate these people slowly, that it's not just a matter of money, but also a responsibility, social responsibility. Okay, as we already officially announced, last September we opened the application to the ITMA Europe that will be held in Hanover. And I was also surprised when I got the number a few days back. Compare even to the previous edition in Milan, we already have more application compared to that period. Considering that it is happening in 2027, probably people is optimistic, no? It's positive despite the difficult moment, but this is a good sign. Let's say that still the people believe that something good can be done. So otherwise, normally they wait till the last moment for the application because making the application immediately doesn't give you any benefit. If you apply now, if you apply in March of 27, it's exactly the same. But people, since it's applying, because they believe that ITMA is still the top brand in our field, because most of the time, I want to underline this, people mix up textile with textile machinery. They are two different words. textile is, let's say, this our customer. We are textile machinery makers, and it's very important to distinguish, because people, oh, you are this, that, because particularly the Italian fashion, they associate this. So it's. I'm confident. I'm confident because the number and the reaction of our member, our associate, has been extremely positive. And the VDMA, that is the German association that this time is holding the exhibition, is working very hard to make this edition really successful. And from CEMATEX side, we do whatever is possible to make it also a very profitable exhibition.